Doesn't Boehner have a point here?
This is unreal to me. This president, who for the last several years has done whatever he has wanted to do because he believes he has unilateral authority to really rewrite any law he wants, including his own health care law that he's practically dismantled. But he won't do anything on this immigration issue because it's difficult, and he thinks he can blame Congress for it. But I mean, the National Guard thing, the National Guard threat, is a perfect example of this. He can do that without any action from Congress.
That's
There's
correct.
plenty of things he can do. He can direct HHS to go down there and start providing aid. He can direct the Department of State to start clarifying as to why we have this border problem to begin with. He hasn't done any of it.
Well, you know what? Oh, go ahead.
If I may, just to piggyback on the concept of the definition of politics, Charles has laid out surely the strictest definition of what playing politics is, which is dispute resolution in a peaceful format. But that's not what the president means. And it's honestly not what most people mean when they say playing politics. What they mean is blame shifting, assigning blame for the causes of our problems to one party or another. That actually is what the president was doing. In your second clip, he is the one playing politics by his own definition of what playing politics is. If I may, there's a third definition of what playing politics is, and that's what we heard John Boehner talk about. That is attempting to attach your own agenda to a crisis, attaching things that you see as legislative purposes to something else. And we discussed last night, this is actually a very narrow crisis. We don't need actually more border control. We don't need anything to solve this particular crisis of the unaccompanied minor.
We don't need $3.7 billion.
We don't need $3.7 billion.
And comprehensive immigration reform wouldn't even solve the problem that we're facing here.
Here's our problem. This is the problem we're dealing with. Here are your solutions. They don't touch it. They're over here.
And on top of that, the only law that President Obama believes is sacrosanct, apparently, is the law that regards the the anti-human trafficking law of these other than Mexican OTM illegals. That he can't touch or mess with at all. But the rest of it is sort of open to interpretation or just to be ignored.
Well, Harry Reid made it clear